You're trying to learn how to become a tattoo artist. It's not working and you need some help. Watch this video. So if you made it this far, I'm guessing you've already tried to get an apprenticeship. And if that's the case, you've probably run into a lot of confusion where you're not exactly sure what you're doing right or wrong. That's one of the weird things we're going to talk about today. So I'm going to give you a quick summary on everything we're talking about, and then we'll go over some of the key points of exactly what it is that we're going to do to help you understand, one, how to get an apprenticeship, some of the good and the bad from the apprenticeship programs out here and the way that works. The next part is tattoo schools, some of the good and bad parts of that and the way tattoo schools have worked. And then I'm going to talk about YouTube and how people are learning online versus just trying to do it the old school way, and some of the things to help you understand all of those. So let's talk about each topic now. Apprenticeships are difficult. If you've tried to go into a tattoo studio or reached out to shops or artists online, you've probably gotten a lot of pushback. You've probably been confused on why it is they're so difficult or why they've ignored you outright. But the short answer is they don't want more tattoo artists. And I understand that somewhat, but I totally disagree. I think there should be more artists. That's why I'm here to share with you how you can hopefully get an apprenticeship if that's the route that you choose to take. Apprenticeships are difficult because it is from an artist. This person may look at you like competition. The business may also look at you like competition. So be careful when you're looking for an apprenticeship, because sometimes there are also shops out there that'll charge you money for an apprenticeship, and they'll totally take your money with the hopes of keeping away secrets from you so you'll never actually learn anything. You want to do some research on the shop so that you know it's a good shop, and the artist that is the one that you want to apprentice you is also a good artist. Some of the factors to consider when you're looking at that artist is going to be the quality of their work. And a way for you to start to create a bond with that artist is start getting tattoos from them. If you really like their work and this is a guy that you want him to pass you his secret recipe, so to speak, I think you should pay some homage to him and pay him tons of money. Start to build a bond around the mutual love for his work, and I think you would find a happy medium where that guy may actually want to help you learn how to tattoo. So it's a good tip to think about. Another thing to think about is portfolios. I'm going to give you some insider information here because I am a tattoo artist. I also am a successful tattoo studio owner, and I've been in the business for a long time. We don't really care about your portfolio. You could be the greatest tattoo artist on earth, and sometimes the tattoo artist that you ran into that day is just annoyed because he just had a really difficult tattoo, and who knows what you thought, but I don't see many people really putting in a lot of effort on trying to overcome the objections when they're wanting to become an apprentice as well. So, you know, there is no secret to it. I can't give you a secret on how you can get an apprenticeship with the proper, correct portfolio. That isn't really the answer. It doesn't really help you right here. I understand that, but you know, the easiest comparison that I can give you is like Hollywood. Maybe you are the greatest actor at your hometown and you're on the acting class or whatever you may call it in your school, and you're great. But if you go to Hollywood, they don't necessarily care. And I'm not saying that's how we are at my studios. We're more inclusive, but just be aware of that. Not everybody cares if you're the greatest at drawing at your high school. And if you go into a tattoo studio saying that, they really don't care because they have tattoos to do. So be mindful of that. And if you are building a portfolio, think about value too. Why would this person want to hand you their secret recipe? Why would this person want to show you how to do it? I know a lot of times we tend to only think about ourselves, but if you have the correct mindset and you're thinking about others sometimes, you may be able to understand why that doesn't make any sense. This is a craft that you have to respect, and it has unlimited capabilities and potential, and you have to respect it for that as well. So think about how huge this is to this person, and you're asking them to break off a piece and give you a little bit of it for nothing. And you basically have the keys to grow as big as you possibly want. So I would say think about that when you approach that factor. So the next topic is about tattoo school. Tattoo schools have generally been made to just kind of make money. They were never really to help people learn anything. Very similar to college, in my opinion. I don't know much about all of that, but sometimes you go through things to get validation, not necessarily to learn. But I have had different experience in my years of tattooing with tattoo schools locally, and the people that were working there didn't know how to tattoo very well from what I remember, and I never saw students come out of the tattoo schools that were very good. I've saw other tattoo schools pop up around the country over the years, and generally, I can't speak like I've researched them very heavily, but it's been bad. And I don't necessarily agree with tattoo schools because the way they've been done was ethically a little kind of, it seemed a little sharky to me, and they were just kind of taking advantage to people. But I wanted to see people start to get helped. And tattoo school is not necessary to help anything. I feel like it's just a business model, and someone saw an opportunity that there is not really anybody teaching or educating artists on how to become tattoo artists. Hey, let's open up this really quick place and act like we're teaching something. No one's regulating. We can make some fast money. And that's what it seemed like. I can't speak and say that's exactly what people are doing. And I can't say that I've seen much change over the years either. But generally, tattoo schools are not good. I have seen something pop up recently in the past just 6 months to a year that has changed my mind about tattoo schools, and I will give them a great review because I have kind of seen some of the things change. But there's a place called Alien Tattoo School in India, and the guy Sonny that runs the program is amazing. He seems to really have his things together to help, and it's got a great little ecosystem. So there are some great tattoo schools that seem to be beginning. That is literally the first and only one I've ever seen where it actually is, graduating awesome artists. I own tattoo studios. In our studios, we have an apprenticeship program that's based very loosely on just helping people learn too. We don't exactly have a formula, but we have grown some great artists. So you never really know the right way, but tattoo schools generally are not great. I wouldn't recommend it to you. Rather look into that one that I did say. But locally in the United States, I would say tattoo schools generally have been pretty bad. So the next topic is learning on YouTube. I've seen a lot of people over the years learn a million different things on YouTube, from building houses to building cars. And you can learn a number of different things by watching videos and really just learning that way. My personal opinion is that you can't learn to tattoo by just watching YouTube videos. You have to have some hands-on training. You need some guidance and steering from an artist that's already kind of been there. It's almost like asking directions to a place from a person that's never been there. You want to touch that. You want help when things are getting weird. You have to think about balancing the tattoo machine on the body and how your hand is placed. And there's a number of different things that you can only really get through experience. And YouTube is helpful because it starts to almost give you guys light on your path to start understanding some of the things you're doing. It gives you the language, it gives you some of the tools and understanding how to use them, but you actually have to get to the skin and start practicing. I highly recommend that you practice on fake skin. There are companies out here that do sell fake skin online, and it's pretty cheap, and you're gonna leave minimal impact on people with that. If you're learning on YouTube, practice on fake skin. Don't start your career off by ruining people's tattoos because it's funny or it seems like it's a cool thing or whatever, because that's also your reputation, and it's hard for you to ever get to a respectable level. And as a tattoo artist that, has good credit and owns a few things, I don't like when people are lowering our overall value like that. We don't want tattoo artists doing this out of their houses. We don't want you doing it out of your kitchens. We don't want you doing it anywhere but a very, very high rated tattoo studio, because we respect our craft. And, this is me actually sharing some information with people who are going to go against that. They are going to do it the wrong way. But this is me as a person who cares more about the consumer and the community. I would rather you understand that. So if you're going to watch YouTube videos to learn how to tattoo, focus first on how to tattoo correctly, how to do it safely. Think about cross-contamination, sterilization, and that's it. And focus on that part. You'll learn how to tattoo over time, and hopefully someday you'll get a chance to work in a real tattoo studio or own your own studio, whatever that may be. You can also learn that on YouTube, but get out here and learn how to tattoo on some people, learn how to do it the right way. All right, so we're gonna wrap this up with a few things we talked about, just so you kind of get a little recap. We talked about apprenticeships. We're all aware that it is really difficult and confusing. It sounds like it's probably gonna stay like that for a very long time, unfortunately. But I hope the tips we shared with you help you kind of navigate through that. Another thing we did talk about was tattoo schools. Generally been pretty bad. Haven't seen anything happen, but we're optimistic. It looks like there are some great contenders on the horizon with alien tattoo schools coming out, and also right here on YouTube. So thank you guys for watching this YouTube video. I really appreciate you, and I hope you guys will give us some input on what you'd like to see us talk about in the next ones. So go leave a comment and tell me what I can share with you. I have a ton of knowledge. I've been tattooing for a very long time, and I have no problem sharing some of the insider tips with you guys so that you can become a better tattoo artist and learn how to tattoo as well. So if you like the content that you got here in this video, and hopefully you got something valuable so that you can become a tattoo artist someday, I hope that you'll go subscribe and really watch the next videos, because I'm working at just kind of opening up my tools and sharing them with you so that you can have a better experience in this. I didn't have the greatest experience trying to become a tattoo artist myself, and I hope this will kind of help you to be able to just navigate through it a little bit faster and easier. Subscribe to the channel. Let's go on this journey together. My name is Nando Mondragon. I am the Tattoo Insider, and I'm out.
What do you want to watch?
Yeah.